now I'm going to take out the steaks. Now these steaks, they're usually 8 ounces each, and I usually try to buy a package of 6. They're made out of either round steak, you have a choice, round steak or sirloin steak. It usually, when I buy it, it's already tenderized, and you can tell it's already tenderized for me. And there's around 6. I don't know in what parts of the country y'all live in, but the meat is very, very expensive right now. For this one was $5.69 a pound. So I paid a total of almost $13 for this. So this is pretty economical for meat, you know. And and if you have a steak, that's even better. Okay, so I'm going to salt and pepper on the steaks now. Okay. I am seasoning the steaks while I talk to you all. I finished my meat. I tenderized. So in this pan, one of the pans that I'm going to use, I'm going to put 2 eggs, and I'm going to put the milk, and I'm going to put like 2 cups of milk. I use lactose free, but you can use whole milk, whatever kind of milk you all want to use. And the other thing I'm going to put in here is my Nor tomate. I don't know if you all have this available in your side of the country or wherever you live at, and it's tomato bouillon. I am going to add a 4th cup to it. And I'm going to whisk it together. This pan, I've got the milk, the Nor, and let's see if you can see it, and the eggs. I've got this huge pan on already where I'm going to fry it. Do you see my pan, how big it is? I've already put like 2 cups of oil, and I have it on so that it can be ready for when we fry. Okay, so I've already mixed this, and I'm going to put it back here close to my stove, because this is where I'm going to prepare the pan for the meat. Okay, next thing, in another bowl, add 5 cups of flour, which I already added right here. And we're gonna add another 2 cups of Progresso breadcrumbs. You can use the regular kind, you can use any kind of breadcrumbs. This one I am gonna add, and it has garlic and herb. So for this one, I'm going to use the Progresso 2 cups. And this too, I will whisk. We added the breadcrumbs, and now I've got to add in the other 1/4 of that Nor tomate. Okay? And that's just to give it more flavor. This is what it looks like right now. It's got the breadcrumbs, the flour, and the Nor tomate. And I'm going to whisk this also. And the next thing, I'm going to add comino, which will be 2 teaspoons to this same mixture. 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. I'm going to use oregano, also 2 teaspoons. So in this pan, I've used flour, the breadcrumbs, all the spices, the Nor tomate. So I wanted to tell you all a little bit about that oregano. Well, first the comino. It's a little, I cannot find it in this Fiesta brand, but it's that McCormick brand that we all are so familiar that they have at the stores. And this oregano, I put 2 teaspoons as well. I'm mixing this real good, because this is the flour mix. So I've already added the vegetable oil, which is step 5, in the skillet so that it could warm up while we were doing all of this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the steaks first in the egg mixture that I showed you. Then I put it in the flour mixture. Then I put it back in the egg mixture, and then in the flour again. Okay, so I'll proceed now to cook the steaks. Okay?
Perfect.
Then once I put them in, they should be ready like in 5 minutes. And we only turn them once. If you can see me, I'm doing it one time, putting it in the flour, and that's the other trick. You should use your left hand for the egg mixture and your right hand for the flour. Then I put it back in again. I'm just gonna bring one up to the screen so you guys can see it. So the other thing I do is that I turn them only once, and I try to cook them like for 5 minutes, because that's all it takes. It's like 5 minutes to really cook them, because the meat is real thin. If you see it, it's just, and it's tenderized, so it's pretty nice. And I use spatulas for turning them. It's just that it won't break them or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Prepared some for you all, so you could see.
Yep.
But you can cook, you know, any kind of side, like for what you do for grilling. You know, like potato salad, some kind of beans, we've been grilling a lot of vegetables, like zucchini. We made some zucchini this weekend out of the pit. It was wonderful. We cut it diagonally, and then we put olive oil, and then we sprayed some of that McCormick vegetable spread over it. And then once it was grilled, we put Parmesan cheese on top of it. I tell you, that zucchini was delicious.
Nice.
Look at my steaks, guys, how huge they are. Eating this whole thing by yourself. Just
delicious,
imagine.
yeah.
Here's my dish that I prepared, and it's on that recipe that I sent in. It was my chicken fried steak, my mashed potatoes, and my corn. So for whoever wants to prepare some. And then, of course, let me mix this gravy real quick. I'm going to add gravy to the steak and the potatoes. And of course, you can add as much as you want, but that's the end result. It would be the sirloin steak, an alternative to the round steak, as I use round steak. So an alternative would be sirloin. A regular chicken fried steak is just flour and garlic powder and onion powder and salt and pepper, and then you fry it. With mine, it's different because I use my Mexican spices. I use comino, which is cumin, and oregano, and nor tomate, which is a bouillon. So the common mistake that I have to be careful with is that I measure correctly, and then I don't add too much, because then it would be too powerful. To the point, the Mexican spices, those are different, you know. So yes, that's the secret to it.